alright. Okay.
Everyone, thanks for tuning in. So today's reading is going to be a combination of the messages from your person reading and an energy checkup on your connection, okay? So first, I'm going to do the energy checkup using the tarot cards, several different oracle cards, and then we'll get some advice for you, and then at the end of each reading we'll do the messages from your person, okay? So we've got three options here. Before I get into that, I'd like to thank you for supporting the channel, for your likes, your comments, and your subscribes. All of that does help to give the channel traction so that it can reach more viewers, and that supports the channel. Thank you very much. Also, thank you to those of you who have gotten private readings from me. Please remember that, private readings are 10% off until the end of the year, and if you'd like one, see the description box below, okay? So yeah, I think that's it. And as always, just take what resonates, forget what doesn't. These are general readings, and so part of a reading might resonate with you, and another part might not. There are thousands of people that watch the videos, so that's why that's the case. If you want something more specific, look into getting a private reading, or you can always choose another option as well. But use your intuition to choose your option so that you can get the most out of the reading. If there's a message in there for you that you can use, using your intuition to choose is usually the best way to get you that message. So without further ado, we're going to get started. Option one is this card here. This is from the Healing with the Fairies cards. Option two is this card from Angel Answers. And option three is Romance Angels cards. Okay. So if you want to use this method, go ahead and close your eyes and breathe in through the nose nice and slow, and out through the mouth nice and slow. When you open your eyes, the first card you see is usually the right reading for you, okay? And again, if it doesn't resonate, just choose another option or choose another reading. Readings are for entertainment purposes, but I do hope that you find value in the reading. So let's get started. Pause the video if you need more time. Moving on to option one. Welcome, option one. So this is your energy checkup and messages from your person hybrid. I've got the cards shuffled and spread out here, so let's get started. For the card representing you and your energies, that's your thoughts, feelings towards the connection, we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, okay? So I feel like you feel there's been a loss in this connection, that things have not gone the way that you want it to go. This is Jupiter energy, so Jupiter rules Pisces, Sagittarius, could be traits that you have but don't need to, but your general energy is that you refuse to take action here. There's fear that is causing stagnation, so there's no action being taken on your part because things have turned out badly in this connection so far. And the card representing your person is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's Earth sign energy, could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but would have those traits. Their thoughts and feelings is that they're being stubborn here. I feel like what this card is saying, tradition is holding this person back, and they're really money focused and not spiritual, okay? You're probably spiritual, this person probably isn't, so take what resonates, but this is what this card can be saying. This person has unrealistic expectations as well. This Knight in reverse can talk about somebody who's willing to take the low road to get ahead, the low road could mean a lot of different things. Conniving, cheating, lying, that sort of thing to get ahead in some way, particularly regarding material things. And also somebody that's very sexually focused, perhaps promiscuous. Regardless though, the bottom line with this card is this person's unwilling to change, they're afraid to change, and they're just unwilling to change at this time. And so this could be because this person is showing up as the Page of Wands in reverse. This is their energy towards you. It's fire sign energy. This person is disappointed. They're not a trustworthy person in general, and they just really are not up to the task of any kind of real commitment or relationship with you because they're childish. They might have childhood hang-ups that are holding them back. Generally, they just have unrealistic expectations, like I said, and so they're really not committed towards this connection. Unfortunately, don't shoot the messengers. This is what this reading is saying, so it might get better for you. Let's look. Your energy towards the connection is the Star in reverse, which is about, trusting yourself. I think we saw that you're not taking action towards this connection. Things have turned out badly. You fell out of loss. So you're just really focusing on yourself, which is good. You're trusting yourself. You're keeping to yourself. You're keeping your energy to yourself. this Aquarius energy card. So you are definitely spiritual and not material. So that is a contrast between the two of you, opposites in that way, whereas this person's more material. But how you probably are suffering from some sort of low self-esteem or feeling uninspired right now because of, the situation not being what it could be, not being very good. So, this is a card about unrealistic expectations. That's the thing you both have in common here. Their expectations towards you are unrealistic. Your expectations towards them are unrealistic, is what these cards are saying. And so, or, if that doesn't resonate, then it can be saying that you're not seeing them clearly and you need to see them with more clarity. Be honest with yourself about this person, who they are. See them clearly. So in the past, we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So the Seven of Wands in reverse for past positions, talking about both of you guys in the past. There, was confusion in this connection, not being on the same page. So I feel like that really sapped or drained both of your energies. And you felt like giving up. They felt like giving up. Something was given up on in this connection. We saw loss in your energy. So maybe it was you that gave up, or this person gave up, and that's why you feel at a loss. But regardless, it was a difference of, major differences in the connection between perceptions and how it should go. And you were unable to settle your differences in the past. And at present, we have the Judgment card in reverse, which is saying that, at present you're still not making the decision to move ahead here. May not be making the decision to move ahead from this person. They might not be moving ahead from you, but you're also unwilling to make necessary changes. Both of you are. Take what resonates. Could be either one of you. Unwilling to make necessary changes because there's still continued confusion about what's happening in the connection, what it all means, and what the other person's intentions are. And so also there's this element with the Judgment in reverse of not wanting to face what you have done, right? Or what this person is not willing to face what they have done. Maybe they just don't want to see the good parts of themselves. They also don't want to see the bad parts of themselves. They're really not, someone is not self-reflecting here, so they're not able to learn, what they should do because they're not willing to take that hard look at themselves. And it's possible that they are being too hard on themselves, or you're being too hard on yourself, okay? Certainly get that you're both being hard on each other, even if you're not in communication. This element of being too hard on yourself, that's not productive. Also, this card shows criticism between the two of you. So if you are in communication, it's probably a lot of criticism, maybe some harsh words. But again, this card talks about at present resisting making a choice, making changes, and having regrets about any decisions or choices that have been made up till now. Having regrets, okay? In the future, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So that's air sign energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Could be someone. Doesn't have to be. And it's saying, that in the future going forward, there's going to be some things that you or they don't know. Somebody's going to be withholding information. Perhaps the masculine in this connection is being dishonest, not saying what they really mean. And this is because they're still incapable of that commitment. Okay? They're still incapable of making a commitment. They're not up to the task. In the outcome, we have the Pentacles card, Seven of Pentacles, which talks about, more waiting, putting in some more time on the connection. Perhaps, busying yourself with work and, practical matters in the meantime, focusing on your growth and your accomplishments. But also, with regard to the connection, it's talking about discarding those things that aren't working for the connection. So that, even though you feel like this connection is taking too long to get going, and that you're not making much progress, this Seven can be encouraging you to continue taking small steps. Little by little, things could improve in the connection, is what that card is saying. And to clarify that card and going further into the future, we've got the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is a really optimistic card in a relationship spread or connection spread like this, because it does talk about being successful in a connection, feeling comfortable. This is a comfort card, having prosperity and celebrating together. So taking, being patient, continuing to put in effort little by little on this connection, for many of you, could result in you being at a place with this person where you do feel, that you've reached a point of success with them, where you do feel comfortable with one another, where you feel at home with one another, and you find, peace in the relationship, and where it becomes a lot more easy, a lot easier. Perhaps some of you will, enjoy a happy and comfortable home life together, maybe move in together, which is an interesting turn of events here. And we got the Cupid's arrow card, and that is talking about having faith. Love is coming. It says that there is a surprise invitation or a meeting in the future. So it also talks about hesitation, with Cupid's arrow, but in the sense that some invitation will lead to a surprise meeting of some kind, and having faith is going to be what helps to bring that in. The faith to continue putting in effort little by little on the connection, if that's what you choose to do. Some of the other oracle cards that came out here was the Passion card. So insane chemistry, like each other equally and having fun. So if you're wondering, about passion, if that's reciprocated, yes, it is. It is a mutual feeling of strong passion between one another. You do like each other as people. Unfortunately, it gets confused when it turns to matters of commitment and an adult relationship. But you do have fun together, particularly with regard to passion. And then we've got the Seduction card, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. I feel like you're very sexually tempted by this person and then by you. Perhaps this person is involved with someone else. I didn't get that strongly in the reading, but we did see with this card here that it could be talking about a hedonistic nature, which is somebody that's kind of promiscuous, focused on sex. So I feel like, the insane passion and the attraction is what kind of helps to confuse this situation, because somebody is wanting, more of a commitment, and the other person is wanting to play around. So, the Romance Angels cards that came out for this: forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So we did see, with this person's feelings towards you, the Page of Wands in reverse talks about somebody being childish, perhaps having childish hang-ups from their past that hold them back in the relationship. So whatever it is that's holding this person back, they need to forgive and release that. Also, for you two to be together with all this dirty water under the bridge, you would also need to forgive this person. Both of you need to release and heal the past so that you can experience more love in the present moment. And the reason for that is deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship, okay? Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship, and we did see, the indication that one or both of you may have a difficult time seeing yourselves in particular very clearly. Maybe there's some things about yourselves you don't like, so you don't look at those. But the problem with that is that you also don't see the good things about yourself, so you really are guided to be honest with yourself. That's one reason the deception card is here. Another reason is because this person is showing up in this reverse Knight energy, as well as the reversed Knight of Pentacles energy, which talks about, this person just being deceptive, holding back information, not being completely honest with you, not seeing things in a realistic light. So there's some self-deception here. You're not seeing them in a realistic light. Perhaps they're not seeing you in a realistic light. So self-deception. All of those masks need to go away. And another factor here is a religious factor. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So there could be differences in your culture, in your class, in your religions. There's some major difference in your upbringing and or personalities that, create some of the confusion. Some of the difference in the way that you perceive things. So we saw a lot of confusion and stagnation in the connection. And not seeing each other realistically. Some of these expectations that one or both of you has for the other has to do with, your religious upbringing or, your cultural upbringing, and there being this differences. So trying to fit a square peg in a round hole, there's adjustments that need to be made, but neither one is really willing to do that at this time for, whatever reasons. So those need to be addressed. All of this needs to be addressed and forgiven and released for this connection to be successful. And since the Four of Wands is in the outcome, as well as the Cupid's arrow, I feel like a lot of these will be addressed and healed satisfactorily. But your advice for this reading is the Laughter card. Take things much too seriously. You're guided to laugh and see the humor in life, because this card says that regardless of how bad things may seem, there's always something to feel lighthearted about, that life is about humor, and that's how you keep your vibration high, and that's how you, continue to go on living, basically, by seeing, the humor that runs through every area of life. Also, you're being guided to be honest with yourself. There's some area that you're not being honest with yourself about, which we did see the cards talk about that as well. And awakening your true self. You're releasing something that no longer serves you, either a way of being, or this card talks about, making yourself into somebody that you're not, wearing that false mask in order to get the approval of someone else, the approval of somebody else. But now, you're stopping doing that. You're no longer doing that. So you're awakening your true self. Your true self is back. And this is only going to bring, positivity into your life, more success in your life. It's only going to help your life going forward to be authentic and true to yourself. But first, you need to be honest with yourself about what you might be deceiving yourself about, and amongst other things. And, have a sense of humor about it. Don't be too hard on yourself for the way that things have gone, for the role that you've played in this connection, and for any decisions that you made as well. Okay? Don't feel too hard on yourself because you still, care about this person, or because you have allowed this person to seduce you, or because you're susceptible to that. Know that, the feelings are mutual here, and that the outcome looks bright for the two of you. So there's a reason why you have tolerated or put up with or engaged with this person as long as you have, despite this behavior. So be fair with yourself about that and realize that, okay? Question 1, I'm going to read your messages from your person cards that came out. So we've got, your person wants to tell you what happened between us wasn't personal. Please don't take it that way. Okay, so this is what your person would tell you if they could, or their higher self would tell you, their subconscious mind. Take it as it resonates, that what happened between us wasn't personal. Please don't take it that way. Don't believe what you heard. The karmic and I are on the rocks. So if this person is involved with one other person in particular, a third party or a karmic, that they are on the rocks. If you heard anything to the contrary, just know that they are on the rocks. Whoever else this person might be involved with. If that doesn't resonate, don't take it. Next message is, I'm probably not going to leave the karmic anytime soon. Okay, they're on the rocks, but they're not going to leave him. See, this dude or female is really, really confused. And we saw that like 2 or 3 times already in the reading. I think about you daily. This person thinks about you daily. They think about you daily, but they're confused as to what to do. However, this doesn't change the fact that in the outcome we do have, with patience, a strong possibility of coming together between the two of you, if that's what you want, okay? I have for you option 1. Thanks for tuning in, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, as it does support the channel. Leave me a comment in the comment section if you'd like to. I'd like to read that, and hit the like button if you liked it. Moving on to 2. Welcome option 2. So this is your messages from your person / energy checkup reading, and I shuffled the cards and have those laid out. So let's see. The messages from your person will come at the end of the reading. So the card representing you and your energy or thoughts, feelings towards this connection is the 10 of Swords in reverse. So this indicates to me that there is an unwillingness on your part to move forward from this connection. Perhaps there's a little bit of self-deception going on due to fear of moving on, but this card suggests that you need to choose a course of action with regard to this situation. It could be that this person deceived you and betrayed you, and you're still hurting from this connection, and but the good news is that that is ending. This time is ending, and it opened your eyes to the situation, like the truth about the situation. So although it's been painful, your eyes are now opened, and you have more clarity regarding this person. And their energy towards this connection is the 8 of Wands in reverse. So the 8 of Wands in reverse talks about feeling really overwhelmed. When this person thinks or allows themselves to feel feelings about you or this connection, they feel really overwhelmed by that. And it could be that there are a lot of people around them, a lot of action taking place in their lives currently that, contribute to some of this feeling overwhelmed. But regardless, this person is really thrown off balance, and there's been, perhaps some unexpected change in this connection. Maybe you got tired of dealing with them and you walked away, or there's been some other sort of unexpected change, but take what resonates for your situation. Perhaps this person is being made to travel or to relocate. But something's really got them thrown off balance with regard to this connection. Could be that you, like I said, traveled away from them. So, excuse me, things are moving. I feel like with this person, their feeling towards this connection is that things moved really fast, too fast for them, and they felt out of control with it. And it's possible, that yours is a secret affair or a secret connection, or it started off that way. Maybe you guys work together, or maybe, one of you is involved with someone else, but doesn't have to be. And as a result, kind of started off kind of hush hush. But this person felt, that this was moving too fast, or something else threw them off balance. And with regard to this connection, something unexpected probably occurred, and they feel really overwhelmed by this. And your feelings towards this person is the Ace of Cups, really beautiful Ace of Cups. You feel really overwhelmed towards this connection, towards this person specifically. Maybe you or they are a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but don't have to be. But the card talks about overflowing emotions, as you can see on the card. It's a cup holding water that's spilling over. And, the water represents emotion. So you just have a really lot of emotions towards this person. So perhaps you want a new start in love with this person. You want, to experience joy with them again. You want a renewal in this connection, perhaps getting back together if you've split. And you just want a new start here where you can both feel happy together again and have like an emotional high with this person. Sometimes this can indicate, giving birth or having a new idea, but doesn't have to be, so I really feel that card is saying that this is representative of, a new phase or a new start in this connection, one full of a lot of love and a lot of emotion, and you want to nurture that regardless of the pain that has occurred in this connection, regardless of what you've learned that's brought clarity to your eyes about this person. You still are willing to nurture your love here so that it will blossom, and you want to nurture their love for you so that it will blossom, because maybe it hasn't come to full fruition. So also, there could be a spiritual awakening with regards to this, because we have, this 10 talking about this betrayal that opened your eyes. Often, spiritual awakenings come on as a result of deep pain and suffering. And this card can represent divine love or awakening to divine love. So it could be possible that you become a lot more in touch with spirit and a lot more spiritual of a person, and had some sort of a spiritual awakening as a result of what you've been through with this person. But I don't think it's diminished your love for this person. If anything, it hasn't diminished your love, your genuine love and desire for a new start in love with this person. And their feelings towards you, the Six of Swords. So this talks about them wanting also, to let bygones be bygones, to work through your differences. If you worked at cross purposes in the past, and it looks like this, something major did happen between the two of you, some heartbreak, betrayal, or something unexpected that caused a disruption or feeling of overwhelm in this connection. This person is wanting to have some smooth sailing with regards to this connection. For some of you, that means they're wanting to move towards you. Particularly, this could be the unexpected travel that I saw in their energy with this 8 in reverse. Wanting to, make some move towards you, or thinking about it with the Swords cards, talking about thinking. It's about embarking on a new path, so there's newness with their feelings regarding you, same as your feelings regarding them. You want something new here, a new path. And this person has also gained wisdom through suffering here as well. You both have. So I feel like there is this desire from your person. They think that you can resolve any major problems in this connection and come to a place of understanding and restore harmony in this connection, is what that card can be saying. Again, it's about letting bygones be bygones. And in some cases, it does talk about, leaving a situation or relationship that was unworkable, or leaving that for something better. But if that has happened, that might apply for one or two of you. But for the majority, I feel that this is really about this person wanting to restore harmony in this connection with you, and move towards you. At least this is what they're thinking. Because they've had some awakening spiritually, or at least some deeper understanding with regard to this connection that was brought on by suffering and heartache as well. You both have suffered emotionally in this connection, it looks like. Because I see there's a lot of love in this connection and a lot of romance here. In the past, we had the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, that was you two in the past. Really looked like something solid was going to happen here, although it was taking a long time, with this knight being the slowest knight in the deck. Excuse me. It does show, a desire to communicate, to talk about real things, like living together or making some sort of a solid offer. You can see that Knight is holding a gold coin, sometimes that representative of an engagement ring. So it could have been very serious between you guys in the past here. Okay. Sometimes this Knight shows, that the connection becomes very stable, but very practical and very loyal. But sometimes the romance is diminished as a result of things becoming too routine, or, yeah, there not being enough excitement in the connection because you guys just got, too routine, or there's just sometimes too much stability in a connection can make it a little less exciting. So that could be what happened. Maybe you or somebody is very reliable, and this person just took advantage of the fact that they knew that you were always there, and so this could have resulted in any split that I'm seeing here. So also it could talk about money being a huge factor in the connection. Financial security, it was important to the both of you in the past. I don't see that as being a major obstacle, however. I feel like it's more that this just became a bit too routine. However, it was a solid connection with a lot of potential and a lot of serious thinking about one another and the potential in the connection. And at present, we have you both showing up as the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is a cup that is, again, this is a cup representative of emotions, as we know that cups are representative of emotions. This Knight is not as practical as the previous Knight, but being that I'm getting that this person and you might have gotten a little routine, or perhaps somebody was taking advantage of the other based on their availability and their reliability. You are now at present at a place where you're feeling more romantic. So if romance was an issue in the past, it's being restored now in the present. There, between the two of you, you could even be communicating romantic sentiments to one another. And again, this is talking about travel, so I really feel like this person may be traveling towards you. Particularly if you live at a distance, but even if you're not, they're wanting to offer you an olive branch or build a bridge between the two of you, perhaps through communication, in order to kind of express their feelings, to be flirtatious, to be lighthearted. I feel like some of your idealism has been restored in this connection with regards to romance and what you could have on a romantic level. And so I feel like your feelings towards one another are generally very, very pleasant, and you may be receiving an offer or an invitation from this person. Just know that with this Knight and with this current energy, this offer or invitation might be sound very exciting, but it might not be very practical or doable. Okay, so what you're needing now is a combination of these two energies, of both being practical and romantic in this connection. And I feel right now it's kind of more in an idealistic phase between the two of you. However, I feel like there is romance and excitement here for you with this person. Although, how long it's going to last will vary, depending on your situation. We've got thousands of people that watch the readings, but I feel like this is a very good sign. These two Knights represent traveling towards you and communicating. One of them has very serious intentions, one of them has very romantic intentions. So I feel like you're kind of on the same page right now, or getting back on the same page. And if you are in contact, that you enjoy your time with this person, they enjoy their time with you. But you're just guided not to lose your head with this Knight, because this Knight can be a little bit changeable, not as solid as the previous Knight. But in the future here, we've got the Strength card, and I feel like it's talking about the situation coming back around again. Okay, even if you're still in contact with this person, if you've hit a rough patch, which if this is resonating, then you definitely have, then it's coming back around again to where it's going to be a more solid situation here. I feel like, as a result of the pain and suffering that we see, there's been some sort of a spiritual awakening, or at least more clarity. And as a result of that, Your egos have been sort of tamed, which this card represents the taming of the ego here. So overcoming your weaknesses and overcoming any superficialities with regard to this connection, and having the courage to, sort of work things out, and to listen to, your heart over your head, and, and be brave with regards to love, okay? So I feel like, your person, they've kind of, I think you both have really suffered to such an extent that your egos are now a little bit more in check, and this allows you to feel more love and desire for one another here in the future. So I feel like you're going to be patient with one another, and you're going to need to be gentle with one another, as you forge this strong relationship. And sometimes this card can talk about, it getting very serious, it becoming very solid, and even turning into it like a marriage. Okay? So that's in the future here. So like everything you've gone through up till now was in order to help you guys get more, on the same page, and have sort of some kind of an awakening, to know what you really want, and also to value one another. And in the outcome, we have the Chariot card. So that's Cancer energy, and we also have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like there's going to still be some insecurity in the outcome, possibly financially, where that creates some delays or obstacles here. It's possible. I feel like you will be moving ahead, but if you're tempted to not move ahead in this connection, it might be due to fear that's created out of feeling unstable in some way in this connection, or unwilling to make changes. Yeah, so don't be afraid to make changes that are going to help you feel more stable and help you in this connection be more solid, okay? Because we see that, strength and courage are going to be needed in the future going forward to accomplish some tasks, to overcome some obstacles, to do with finances or stability here. So this card is saying to take a risk here, and don't be afraid to move forward, because we've got this card, the Chariot, talking about moving forward, right? And the Chariot does that successfully by being in balance, balancing the yin and the yang, the female and the masculine, and both their intentions. There could be a little bit of competition or competitiveness here. There could still be some inner conflicts that need to be balanced out, but this is something that you can, you need to be willing to make the changes here. Both of you need to be willing to make the changes here in order to have the solid relationship that I'm seeing that is available to you. Because what that Chariot card says, even if you feel insecure, whatever you have to face in this connection, you can handle it. Okay, but it is going to require you, keeping up with the changes that are happening around you with this connection. And this person in particular is going to need to deal with that, because that we see that they already feel overwhelmed. They probably get more overwhelmed more easily than you do. So I feel like there's still going to be some time of self-development that's going to be needed in the outcome here. And I need to, take some time for yourself, as well as take control of whatever conflicting feelings or attitudes that you might still have in the outcome, about this person and about your connection, in order to bring that into balance, to have, more of what you're wanting in this connection. But as I said, I do see, that this is going to be something serious, because we've got wedding rings, talking about union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, and everlasting promise. Okay, that card came out from the Love Oracle, as well as, we saw that this was an intention that this person has had before, you have had before, to get married, to get engaged, because you do have the soul connection. However, we do see, there was some self-absorption, some narcissistic behavior, some one-sided relationship, some love bombing, okay, with the Golden Mirror. Talks about narcissistic behavior. So we saw that this person felt like things moved too fast. I don't know who it was that felt that way. If they felt that you moved it too fast or they moved it too fast, that could talk about love bombing. And also what I said about, the pain needing to happen in this connection in order for the two of you to awaken to something greater, to your intuition, and to tame your ego in such a way that you can approach this relationship from a place of divine love, as opposed to from a fear-based place, like from the ego. So that was what the golden mirror is talking about. And then we have the coffin here talking about endings, bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. So we see, changes in the past. Maybe perhaps one is unexpected change. And then in the future, the need to continue making changes and not being afraid of those changes in order to move forward to where you want to be in this connection with this person. Because I do see a lot of desire to be with one another, even in the outcome, okay? It does require, a certain amount of progressive change, continuing doing what you're doing, the things that work, to move this connection forward, as well as, not being afraid to take risks, but making educated calculations about what risks are worth taking to help this connection. And for your Romance Angels card, we have the Retreat card. It's time to disconnect from the world. I feel like, any separation is in part due to the desire to retreat in order to work on yourselves, to continue to put in that work on yourselves in order to be more balanced within and to settle any kind of inner conflicts that you might have about yourself or this relationship. And I think that's going to continue to be. This also shows a couple getting married, so we did see, that you're going to probably marry this person with the wedding ring cards and stuff, and that there's a lot of love in the connection. But even when you do retreat together, there's still going to be this need to go off on your own, or being, in this is the kind of relationship where you can be in a room and it can be quiet and it's a comfortable silence. You don't always have to fill the silence with words or activities, okay? You're really going to be a comfortable place for one another. And that's important to continue to do that, and don't think that there's anything wrong with that, okay? That's part of keeping this connection balanced. But just be aware of codependency, as addictions are affecting your romantic life. So I feel like in the past there could have been some codependency or getting into a routine, something like that, that hindered this connection moving forward, causing this, betrayal or whatever this emotional pain was. And so this card is saying, to prevent that from happening in the future, to prevent backsliding into those same old bad patterns and behaviors, you want to just make sure that, you don't become too codependent on this person. Don't allow them to be too codependent on you. And if there are any sort of addiction issues, make sure that those are being addressed. And there could be addiction issues, like to a substance or food or something like that, because we have the detoxification card talking about time to detoxify your life. So, only it could be as simple as only using pure all natural products and eating organic foods. But it also talks about like detoxing negative people, negative media, negative thoughts from your life. Cleansing yourself any way that you can by showing yourself self-love and getting rid of those things that don't serve you, that hurt you, even if it's just your own negative thinking, sort of doing what you need to do, get counseling or read a self-help book, just anything that you can do to detoxify yourself, to remove yourself from negativity. If it's an addiction, then, addressing those addictions, because this will help you to move forward fearlessly. And we did see that the cards already said that the connection is in need of moving forward fearlessly. Like, somebody might not want to move forward, like you didn't want to move forward from this connection, but you're guided to move forward from this place of feeling hurt, feeling stuck, feeling betrayed, okay, in order for this to work, because you love this person. And if you do love them, then the only way for it to get better is to forgive and move forward from the hurts, the things that hold you back, okay? And so for most of you, you wouldn't be watching this if you didn't still care for this person. So if you want to move forward with them, then you need to leave those things behind and stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith bring you romance. So, again, detoxifying your mind and your heart of negative thinking, negative thoughts, the pain that has been caused you. It looks like you both have caused each other pain. but this has a lot of potential. So if you want it to be realized potential, then again, detoxify and keep a positive mindset and rely on yourself first and foremost. Regardless of how this connection pans out, you need to rely on yourself. Okay, show yourself self-love, be your own best friend, and in a way, this teaches your partner how to treat you. Okay, they respect you more when they see that you are not codependent on them, that you love yourself and can provide for yourself. That makes them want to provide for you as well. Okay. And so the messages from your person cards that we have here are: you should have more self-confidence and stop doubting yourself. I feel remorse for mistreating you. I know it's hard, but be patient with me. And you are my dream woman. It could be a man. Take it as it resonates. You are my dream person. Okay? Thanks for tuning in, option 2. I hope you could understand me over my cold, but if you did like the reading, let me know in the comment section below if you would like. And then, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button, and if you'd like to receive a personal reading, details on how to get one are in the description box below. Readings are 10% off till the end of the year. Thanks. Welcome, option 3, to your energy checkup for your connection, as well as messages from your person. The messages from your person cards will be right at the end. So I've got the cards shuffled and laid out here, and let's get started. So your energy is coming across, option 3, as the 8 of Cups in reverse. So it's possible that you walked away from this person. But either way, it says that you want another chance with this person. It feels like you feel that, this connection is going to succeed eventually. There is a sense too, that you're uncertain about that. Like, part of you really feels like this connection will succeed eventually. And another part of you is like uncertain, kind of feels like this wandering energy. And I feel like, there's a bit of fear with you regarding, being alone. Perhaps, from not being with this person, or feeling emotional distance with this person, just in general. We all have fear of being alone, and I feel like that is part of, like, your energy, your thoughts and feelings towards this connection. The thought of, like, permanently losing this person really triggers those fears. And I think, you really desire to work on this, work the troubles out of this connection or this relationship. And perhaps you're getting therapy, or you would get therapy with this person, but there's just this desire on your part, this feeling that you really want to work out the troubles in this connection. Okay, so those are your thoughts and feelings towards this connection. Your person's thoughts and feelings towards the connection is the Fool card. Okay, so the Fool card, I believe, is generally perceived as like Aquarius energy. So it could be in their chart, but doesn't have to be. And my first feeling with this card is that this person is wanting to keep things light. They are not wanting to be very serious with regards to a connection at this time. Any connection that you have with this person is kind of keeping it somewhat superficial, or like surface level. Not that they don't care about you, but they like this sense of freedom. This person, they could have moved on to a new stage in their lives, perhaps. I see that, there looks like perhaps that you've walked away or distanced yourself emotionally, and now you're wanting to come back. Well, I feel like this person is also should have gone on their own way and entered in a new stage of their own lives. And I feel like whatever they're engaged in, they are feeling very optimistic, very hopeful about what lies ahead for them on whatever path they've chosen. Because this card is a card of hope, innocence, and optimism. They're really sort of marching to the beat of their own drummer here, and whatever kind of connection that they have, they want it to be somewhat, unique, not particularly traditional. So, it could feel like, to this person, like they felt like you were fated to meet. And And so they do feel a connection with you. I feel like, this person does have romantic feelings towards you. And for some, they're wanting to start something new with you. However, I don't feel that they're very mature right now enough to do that, because I'm seeing them as the Page of Swords. Their feelings towards you are the Page of Swords in reverse. So the Page of Swords in reverse is talking about, this person lacking clarity. It could be that they see you lacking clarity because you came out as the Eight of Cups in reverse, which talked about sort of wandering, feeling uncertain. I think they perceive you that way, as someone that's lacking clarity in the direction in your life, whereas they might have found this new direction for themselves that they're excited about, and they don't think that you've found quite the same new direction. But I feel with the Fool card, there's a little bit of wandering energy with them as well, so they're projecting a little bit that, they are also lacking clarity and direction in life to some extent, but I think that they think that you're lacking more, that you're worse off as far as like knowing your direction in life, whether that's true or not. This is what's coming through, so take what resonates and forget what doesn't. But this person at this time is coming through with an impractical, sort of frivolous vibe, which is very indicative of this card, right? The Fool is called the Fool for a reason. It's not that they're not intelligent, because they are. But they just have something of a narrow worldview, perhaps due to lack of experience in life or in connection. They could be younger or a younger soul. But whatever the reason, they're just not ready for a serious commitment. They're not feeling ready for a relationship, and they just want some time for themselves, okay? So, also this card cautions you that this person might be a bit sneaky, or there might be an indiscretion that comes to light, so just beware of that, or maybe that's what's happened and it's caused, this distance and this connection that I'm getting. Because this person is not likely to be who they seem at this time. And so your feelings towards this person are more positive. You want to offer them something solid, and you're also coming across as a page. So this might be a newer connection, or your energies towards one another are really based in your inner children. And so you're kind of like kids when dealing with one another in this connection, because pages are young, and so you're both feeling like young energy towards one another. And the Page of Coins is earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but doesn't have to be. But it does talk about feeling more solid, whereas this person is being impractical towards this connection, not committing to it. You're wanting something solid. So I think it does definitely make you feel insecure that this person behaves sort of lackadaisical, go with the flow, or just like not real serious. You want some stability in this connection. You might be worried about your finances perhaps, or other practical aspects of this connection, like logistics, home and work, and how that all relates to this connection. But if not, then this is just saying that you are someone who is really concerned with the details of this connection, with the solidity of it, and the groundedness of it. I'm getting some naive energy about how to make this come into being in the 3D in a grounded sense. But you're working on it, and I feel like you want to do for this person. You do for this person. You want to be of service to this person. Perhaps you're working on your money as well. You're growing your money, and you feel like if you can offer this person more, like financially or materially, that would help help your case in getting this person to be more serious about you. But certainly you want them to come forth with some sort of an offer or communication that says that they are serious about you, right? You want them to be serious about you as well. So in the past, in this connection, we have the Sun card in reverse. That's Leo energy. Could be in somebody's chart, doesn't have to be. In the present, we've got the Empress card. Could be Libra, Taurus, somewhere in somebody's chart, doesn't have to be. And then we've got the Five of Swords in the future. So let's get into this here with the Sun card in reverse in the past position, it tells me that, you both had to make unexpected adjustments in this connection. So you probably weren't really on the same page about expectations here. You're probably just trying to have a good time, or were really enjoying each other's company. But I feel like especially you felt less happy or less confident in this connection than you thought that you would initially. Because there was probably some drama in the connection, some unexpected adjustments needed to be made, and the fun quickly turned into like overindulgences, maybe overeating, over drinking, overspending, something along those lines, where you just kind of overindulged and put more of an emphasis on like the superficial factors in life as opposed to the more serious and meaningful aspects of a relationship, right? Because we already saw, that it looks like you're taking this connection more seriously than this other person. So in the past, I think that was not something that you expected to happen initially, and this made you sad. And that's why we've got you here. If you're the feminine especially, then at present this Empress might be representing you, but doesn't have to. This card represents both of you. And so you're both your energies in this connection at present is that you're just kind of not taking care of yourself very well right now. It could be that, you have been worried too much about this connection, or just generally taking care of too many people or too many demands. Maybe your person has a lot of demands that are on them. It looks like they're coming across pretty footloose and fancy free. So this might more be your energy here, I'm getting. You need to take some time to develop your creative abilities, do something nice for yourself and claim your power and stuff, not let others or someone else or this connection define or control you, because at present I feel like, the feminine is giving too much or shouldering too much of the responsibilities or care about this connection. And so there needs to be more of a balance between the two of you and your needs here. It could be, that part of the coolness in this connection, emotional distance or physical distance, and this indiscretion that was alluded to earlier had to do with some infidelity, or perhaps there's been a disinterest in sex between one or both of you as a result of things not going the way that you had wanted them to go, or things being too superficial, not serious enough in the past. So that's what's happening at present, and in the near future we've got the seven of swords showing up here. And so the Seven of Swords talks about mind games being played here. And we did get that. I did get that in another one of these cards here. It looked like yeah, I feel like okay, some toxicity in the connection. Perhaps, you are being the chaser right now. But take what resonates. What the chaser card is saying is that, there's some codependent energy in the relationship and a fear of abandonment or abandonment issues. And that really sort of corresponds with the Empress in reverse here. And this is leading, to this direction of this person. Actually, that is the Five of Swords, isn't it? Not the Seven of Swords. This person being, basically acting like a jerk. There's no nice way to put this. With this card here, person could be an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Got Aquarius twice now, but again, could be in their chart. Doesn't have to be. Certainly, they'd have these traits. So, a change or adjustment, perhaps even a loss or some sort of destruction, continued indecision for the most part is going to be occurring in the near future. Because somebody takes advantage of a situation, they want to win at any cost, but then they realize a little too late that it's not worth what it's cost them to win, because the cost of winning isn't worth the losses that they endure. And so whoever this is representing, if this is probably representing this other person, this card says that they won't get what they want by arguing with you. They might say some hurtful words, but those hurtful words are going to just hurt things. We've got them holding 3 swords in their hands, and 3 represents, stinging heartbreak, like a sting of heartbreak. So they might say some hurtful words, and then realize, after you walk away with these 2 individuals walking away in the background on that card, that they need to try to resolve problems more amicably, more honestly, more fairly, okay? And definitely will need to make some changes in order to improve the situation. but only after, you know, some more mind games or toxicity here in the near future. And the card that came out, sort of clarifying that card, was another five. Again, conflict, change, adjustment. Okay, it is the Five of Wands. Yeah. So that tells me that there's likely others interfering in this, and that whatever arguments that the two of you have will have to do with like ego battles. You know, simple confusion, competition, irritating one another, but not, you know, or this person being irritated, but not for really deep reasons, just sort of like superficial, petty reasons, right? Really being petty here. Defending one's territory, needing to take a step back and realize that, you know, things aren't as bad as they seem, and that they're making, you know, a bigger deal out of things than needs to be. Either you or this person is. So a lot of this has to do with this person's ego and stubbornly refusing to compromise or make necessary changes, or just like in their perception that these problems arise. But we see that, you know, after, you know, you walk away one more time or pull your energy back one more time, then they realize, you know, that they need to be more diplomatic, and that acting like a jerk as a way to avoid making a decision is a stupid way to go about things, basically. Because in the outcome we have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups talks about, you know, a love offer coming in, some offer of affection, some communication of affection. It's a lovely little card, okay? And I feel like one or both of you are manifesting this with the Magician card here. So it is talking about somebody opening up to their sensitivity, even though the person is still immature, perhaps still lacking, you know, appropriate boundaries. They, you know, they misbehave as a way to kind of protect themselves, as they're really sort of a shy, vulnerable person. And due to like uncertainties in this connection, feeling uncertain, as you both show up, that you both feel uncertain. But I feel like this is talking more about you, that this love offer is coming to you, because you tend to give too much of yourself, so it's hard for you to trust, especially after everything that you've dealt with this connection. So you're really wanting somebody who isn't going to hurt your self-esteem anymore. You're wanting a connection where you don't have to worry about placing too much trust in someone and having them take advantage of that. I think you're going to be listening more to your intuition in the outcome here. And you're either going to have a renewal in this connection with this person, or you're going to manifest someone else, something new, as this is talking about the first blush of romance, like the early stages of a romance. And it's going to be something that's, you know, going to allow you to express yourself and express your affection without fear of rejection. And that's really what you're wanting here with this Magician card, because that's talking about having all the tools that you need to manifest what it is that you want in your life. The Magician is Virgo, Gemini energy, so if you're attracting someone else, then, you know, they might be having that in their chart, but it doesn't have to be. You might be casting spells if you're into that, or you're manifesting using the law of attraction. Or it could just be, you know, that your angels and guides are stepping in on your behalf to help get you out of a toxic situation here. But this does talk about using like your psychic abilities to manifest, and that you already have everything that you need to attract this this love offer and this affection that you're desiring here. So it does speak that, you know, wherever you're getting this love offer from, or whoever you're offering your love to, this person has a, you know, spiritual connection to you, and that you are on a spiritual path with one another, okay? And a connection that you're meant to be in is meant to be one that's encouraging and inspiring to you both. Okay, so let's look at some of these oracle cards here. So I saw that, you know, there's sort of a chaser dynamic in this connection, okay? So if you know about the twin flame journey, there's a runner-chaser dynamic that's talked about. You can Google twin flames if you don't know about that. Also, you know, just in basic psychology, there's this runner-chaser dynamic that occurs with like empaths and narcissists. get kind of a narcissistic energy from this person. Although they might not be textbook narcissist, they're certainly absorbed and immature here. And then healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addiction. Yeah, so I feel like, this person can break your heart because of their ego, because of their desire to win at any cost. They'd be willing to say, harsh things to you to push you away in order to avoid making a decision about this connection. And that might be, as a result of their friends or other people in their lives putting pressure on them. But really, it ultimately comes from their own immaturity and their own ego and their own competitive nature. But just know, you are healing from that. You are going to mend your heart. You are mending your heart here. And then I feel like, for some, you will have a new love with the romance angels talking about a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And that goes hand in hand with this Page of Cups and the outcome, talking about the first blush of romance of something new here. I'm really getting for most of you that likely this is going to be someone new here that you end up manifesting. For a few of you, you might be able to manifest a renewal in this connection, because I feel like your person, is open to that, but they're open to it if it occurs on their terms, where it's kind of sort of a low pressure relationship. But I'm feeling like you want it to be more serious than that, but it's, up to you to decide what you're going to be okay with. Otherwise, it's a new person. And we've got the financial flow is improving for you here, so that's something good to look forward to. Saying that your finances are moving up to a new level, and I see that here with you and what you have to offer with this Page of Pentacles. So maybe your finances haven't been so great in the past, or you're somebody that's really just learning how to navigate adult life in terms of like navigating the practical details of living, including finances, and that's moving up to a new level. Maybe that's why you feel like you have something to offer, like that would make a difference to this person if they knew that, you're starting to make more money or you're becoming more financially stable, and you kind of want them to know that, thinking that that might change their mind or help, the relationship. I'm not seeing whether it will or whether it won't, but you definitely are going to move up to a new level here. I'm getting the heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. So, I feel like you will be discussing your feelings with this person. Just beware of, those two fives and the 5 of Wands, that it doesn't become like an ego battle where you're just arguing over petty things. Say your piece, because regardless of how things work out, you've got love in your future. You are manifesting a beautiful new love, whether with this person or with someone else. And so you probably just want to say your piece. You're going to move on from this person, especially, to get the closure that you'd like to get. Regardless, this person is going to regret not being fair with you. So you might as well say what you need to say. And it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to receive the highest energy of all. So I'm thinking that's talking about in the future. It's safe for you to love. Whatever you're manifesting, you're doing such a good job of manifesting it that I see this could potentially end up in an engagement, because we got the engagement ring. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union. Okay? So for those of you who will be able to work out something with this person, then it will be at that point safe for you to love and open your heart. And it could end up in an engagement as well. We did see that you were really willing to put in the work on the connection, as you were showing up in the 8 of Cups in reverse. That talks about feeling like this is eventually going to work out, and that you could work on this troubled relationship. So, it's possible that you could work this out with this person, and that it could end up in a situation where it is safe for you to love and an engagement. So your advice from Spirit regarding this connection is make music. Okay, so you're guided to make music, that this will help in the healing that you need to do or will need to do in the near future, And I feel like you could get telepathic messages from this person or regarding your love life from your guides through like songs and lyrics. So be on the lookout for that. Also, if you play a musical instrument, that's a great way of sort of emoting or healing yourself, as we saw that Empress in Reverse needs creative outlet. So perhaps, singing along to music, dancing along to music, or playing music would be good ways to do that. And also, you're advised to recognize your beauty. Okay? You're a very beautiful person. Everybody has beautiful aspects to them, but also everybody has insecurities. Whether those insecurities are warranted or not, you're guided to really embrace your natural attractiveness and know that you are most attractive when you are happy and well cared for, when you're nurturing yourself. So you're guided to get a massage, get a facial, get a pedicure, do those things at home, do your own nails, do your hair a different style. If you haven't put on makeup in a while, just play with your makeup, just something to make you feel nice, especially if you're a female. Those things that make you feel girly, make you feel empowered as a female. And if you're masculine, then it's just talking about getting a fresh haircut, spiffing yourself up a little bit in order to hit the gym, work out, just anything to make yourself feel healthy and strong and nurtured is indicated with that card, because you are worth it. And being happy and feeling taken care of, it makes you even more attractive. And finally, the messages from your person cards that came through here from this person. Excuse me. I'm empty without you in my life. So this person says they are empty without you in their life, which I can believe that, because it looks like they're focused on superficial things and avoiding, their feelings by living in their ego too much. So even if they are having fun and excited about some elements of their life, there's still this sense of emptiness emotionally. And we never feel good when we mistreat people, especially ones that we care about, even if, we act like we're cool with it. That's just not human nature. The next card is I want you to believe in me again. So there is some, sense that there's emotional distance in the connection. That it's safe for you to love card wouldn't have come out if you felt like it was safe for you to love, right? So you don't love this person, or they don't think you do, or they don't feel that you trust them, or believe in them. So hence they're saying they want you to believe in them again. And I hope you have support to lean on while we're apart. So yeah, a lot of you are apart physically, and they hope that you have support to lean on in the meantime, because they do care about you. And you'll be hearing from me soon. So for many of you, this Page of Cups and the outcome will be you hearing from this person, hearing from them soon. And it will probably be an affectionate communication. So keep manifesting. If this is the person that you want, make that clear to the universe. If you're open to something new, make that clear as well. And I feel like it's a happy outcome overall, that the power is in your hands here. There are a lot of positive cards here, just some pitfalls to navigate, but that's true of any connection, right? So it could be a lot worse. I think it's overall, it's a pretty positive reading. So thank you, option 3, for tuning in. And if you liked that, please hit the like button. And if you'd like to receive a personal reading, my contact information is in the description box below. It's 10% off readings until the end of the year. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and leaving a comment in the comment section down below if you would like. I'll talk to you next time.